Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino, and this is NY and JPA weather. Thank you for using NY and JPA weather as your meteorological source for the northern mid-Atlantic. Well, high pressure's in control now that the cold front is well off the East Coast, and that means beautiful weather conditions today, tonight, well, all the way through Saturday. With the Canadian air mass in place, humidity is going to remain very low and temperatures are in the lower 70s. We're actually going to remain below normal for this time of year for early September. First time I've been able to say that since, I don't know, February. So it's a very, very nice Canadian air mass in place. However, there is trouble to the west. This is the water vapor satellite picture. I used the same type of satellite picture yesterday. However, now the remnants of Hermine are now moving into the Mississippi River Valley, and that moisture is going to eventually interact with the disturbance that is currently over the Rockies. Now, this disturbance as you move further west is much more intense, much stronger as it's moving through the Rockies and through the southwest. Now, as this disturbance lifts to the northeast and towards the mid Atlantic by this weekend, it will entrain the moisture that's left over from Hermine and basically produce a moderate rainfall over much of the northern mid Atlantic on Sunday afternoon. I'm looking anywhere from a quarter to a half inch of rain. Some locations may get slightly more than that via heavy downpours, but for the most part, this rainfall is going to move pretty quickly on Sunday, most likely during most of the NFL games. So if you go into the Giants game this Sunday, prepare for a little bit of rain, but it won't be a complete washout. But hey, football is meant to be played outdoors, so why not some rain, right? Now I just want to show you one really quick teleconnection that I'm going to be talking about a lot this winter. Okay, this chart represents the North Atlantic oscillations. Very important chart here. When the NAO goes negative, the northern Atlantic and Northeast usually has colder, stormier conditions in the winter, and throughout the rest of the year, usually cooler conditions with a better potential for more polar air masses. In the spring, you get your backdoor cold fronts. This is a very, very important teleconnection to keep an eye on. And I'm going to be talking about this teleconnection a lot as we move forward through the fall and into the winter. Now, right now, the NAO is trending positive, but we're expecting it to crash to negative again. And deeply negative at that, down to a standard deviation, some guys down to a -2, which is pretty impressive for this time of year. Why is this important? Well, in the fall, what this sets up, especially when we have a negative Arctic oscillation, which I'll show you in a moment, it produces a pattern where you have better potential for polar air masses to build into the northern Atlantic, and you also get a better potential for stormier conditions. Now, when we look at the Arctic oscillation also is moving negative. That means that we're going to have a polar vortex dropping down towards the Canadian border. Very important combination. Negative NAO, negative Arctic oscillation produces a west-based negative NAO pattern, which means for us, in basic terms, cool and active. Cool pattern with temperatures averaging near to below normal, with an active pattern meaning the storm track is generally going to move from the plains into the mid-Atlantic. So expect starting on Sunday, we're going to get our rain. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be relatively cool in the mid 70s, mid to upper 70s. Some locations could actually break 80, which is to keep us right around normal. And then we're going to have another strong cold front on Wednesday morning with a few scattered showers, but even more importantly, temperatures falling again below normal into the lower 70s, a few locations in the 60s. And for lows on Wednesday morning, temperatures could fall off as far as the mid 40s over the northern interior of northeast Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey. So a very interesting pattern to keep an eye on. We'll see how long this pattern holds. For much of this summer, we've seen this negative NAO, negative AO couplet. And if that continues into the winter, and there are some indications it will, then we are in for a very, very interesting winter. Thank you for watching NY and JPA weather videos. I'm Stephen DiMartino, meteorologist. Have an excellent afternoon and stay safe out there.